Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have a low carb keto friendly recipe for you today. I am going to make super cheesy scrambled eggs, and these are all the ingredients that I need, and I'm going to talk you through them. First of all, my love Kerrygold butter. I'm going to melt a heap of butter to cook the scrambled eggs in. We'll get to that in a sec. And we have got cheese. We're going to add this towards the end of our cooking time. I've got a half a cup of grated cheese. You could use more or less. I'm making this for 2 people, so if you were making this for 1, maybe a quarter of a cup of grated cheese. I'm making this for myself and my husband, which moves us on to the eggs. I have 5 eggs there, so aim for 2 to 3 per person, depending how many you're making it for. So 2 to 3 works out to be 5. So I like to make it with 5. Could make it with 6 if you want for 2 people. Depends on your macros and your appetite, on how eggy you want them. But I'm going for 5 between the 2 of us. And these are my 2 secret ingredients. Cream. I love cream and scrambled eggs. It really makes them super thick and fluffy like you won't believe. So I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of beautiful pure cream, and this is an interesting addition which I've been doing lately. I've been buying these really fancy cheeses, and when they're finished you're left with this kind of brine at the bottom which is so full of flavor. So to make these scrambled eggs even more savory and cheesy, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of that brine, which of course is optional. I know you won't all have goat's cheese brine in your fridge, but next time you have feta in one of these fancy jars, which costs a bit of a fortune, just save it. That brine lasts for ages. You can kind of smell, taste when it's off. It lasts for ages, and every time you make scrambled eggs or any kind of eggs, you can splash on a bit. You can even use it as a bit of a salad dressing too, but I like to save that, so I'm going to add that in as well. But as I said, that's optional. The cheesy scrambled eggs will be just as delicious without it. That just pushes it over the edge. Okay, so I'm going to get on and scramble my eggs. Right, let's break our eggs. I've got a nice big bowl here, and we're just going to crack our 5 eggs and then start beating them. Right, we have our 5 eggs cracked, and now we're just going to add a couple of tablespoons. This smells amazing. It's kind of like, oh, it's like a scented oil. It just brings such an amazing flavor to these eggs. Just if you got the availability, do it. It's so good. Okay, and cream. This is some beautiful cream I got the other week at the farmer's market. We'll add a couple of generous tablespoons of cream. Now, just so you know, the recipe will be down below, so make sure you check out the blog post with the recipe so you can make these cheesy eggs yourself. Now it is just a matter of whisking it all together. I use my fork. You could use a little whisk if you have one and you want to. It smells so good already from just from using the feta brine. Cheesy eggs. It's such an awesome low carb breakfast that's so full of good fats and super low carb. Alright, so we're just going to beat these until it is nice and smooth and bubbly. Look at that. Okay, and now we are just going to cook them. Right, I've put a couple of knobs of butter into my frying pan, and I'm just going to let this completely melt and then bubble up. Now make sure your heat is on sort of a more medium to low. You want to slowly cook these eggs. If you cook them too fast, they're not going to be as nice. So we've got the butter melted. It's just the perfect temperature. And we will pour our scrambled egg batter into the pan. Okay. Now, because it's medium, it's medium to low. It's going to be a slow and patient process, but take your time with it because it will be worth it. Now, we haven't added our cheese yet. We add it just before it's ready. Let the eggs cook, and then the cheese will just slowly melt into the almost cooked scrambled eggs. So I'm just going to keep doing this for a few minutes. Just let it slowly cook and just keep at it. Watch it, and every few seconds just give it a little movement around to help scramble the eggs so you don't end up just with a big omelette. The slower you can be with scrambled eggs, the better. You can see that it's starting. You definitely need heaps of butter for this. It does start to stick a bit. but you can see that it's slowly thickening. It just needs time. Time and patience. It's one of those slow therapeutic kitchen tasks, making scrambled eggs over a low light. I'm definitely impatient sometimes and crank the heat up and just keep an eye on it and quickly scramble it, but patience is rewarded with fluffy, cheesy scrambled eggs. So that is what I am doing today. I'm just going to keep scrambling them. And you can see they're coming together more and more, and we're kind of almost, but not yet, at the stage to add the cheese. There you go. It's almost like all at once. It's like almost there. You can see there's still little bits of runny bits, but this is the time we're going to add the cheese and let it very slowly melt into our eggs. So here we go. Half a cup of cheese is going in. You could definitely use more or use less, or add parmesan as well. You could top it with parmesan. Now we just kind of fold the cheese in there and let the cheese melt in. Oh, this is so good. I just love my food too much. Okay, so you can see there's cheesy lines happening. Oh yeah. And just keep on going until the cheese, you can see, look at those lines, those strands of cheese happening. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, these are pretty much done. Another 10 seconds. That's why we wait until the last second to add the cheese, because now it's just going to have cheese threaded through every little fibre of scrambled eggs. And that is done. Look at that beautiful pan full of cheesy scrambled eggs. Cheesiness in every bite. So there you go. Look at my beautiful bowl full of cheesy scrambled eggs. This is such a delicious recipe. As I said, you can top it with some parmesan or some more cheese. Use as little or as much. You could mix through any cheese of choice. They're just awesome cheesy scrambled eggs. So thank you so much for watching this video of cheesy scrambled eggs. If you liked the video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, leave a like and subscribe. I am on the low carb keto diet, so all the videos on my channel are low carb keto friendly, so make sure you subscribe and join the Yummy Inspirations community. Love to have you part of the family, and thanks again for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.